What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a build that I've been using on my Gunslinger this past weekend, and had a lot of success with it. In fact, all of Saturday when I used this, or was this, yeah, one of those 2 days, I ended up with it was like a 3.8 KD for the day with this build. So I had a lot of success with it. Figured I'd share it with you guys. If you're interested, you can replicate and let me know what you think of it. Here it is. I'm running a 4-4-3 intellect, discipline, strength build with the bones of AO. That's my typical hunter setup. And then here's the skill tree. So first and foremost, I'm using the incendiary grenades, and I find them to be highly effective. Better control since I have the bones, so I can juke people. I use Deadeye. I like increased accuracy on my golden gun, comes in handy. Incendiary blade. I used to run knife juggler, but right now I'm running incendiary blade just because I like to have that added damage if I need it. I like keyhole. This is not a must. Scavenger is actually a pretty great perk. You can cool down your equipment much more quickly. And then finally, I'm using Gambler's Dagger so that I have 2 throwing knives at my disposal. Those are my preferences here. So another thing that I want to talk about is the importance of the primary weapon in this build. So this is my Hawksaw. Now you don't have to use a Hawksaw, but this is mine. It's got counterbalance, small bore, and high caliber rounds. And that means that it's going to be highly stable, but it also means it's going to help deter things like sniping. It's going to help potentially keep opponents from landing more shots on you as you're firing at them. So high caliber rounds is, I've found it to be at least a little bit helpful, because nothing's more infuriating to me than having my primary out and not missing a single bullet, but still getting domed by a sniper, even though I've consistently and consecutively landed hits. That's infuriating to me. So this is going to help deter that a little bit with the high caliber rounds. I know a lot of people have Hawksaws and PDXs with high caliber rounds, and I have not been using pulse rifles too frequently of late, but this past weekend I pulled my Hawksaw out and started to give it another go, and I was really pleased with the outcome. You guys know I've been using legendary hand cannons almost exclusively for a while now, so it was good to mix it up a bit, pull out that Hawksaw, and have some fun with it. And as you can see, it's highly effective, and if you're an accurate shooter, then you can do pretty well with it. The only thing that I would caution you against is when I use hand cannons, I spend a lot more time airborne in my engagements. But with the Hawksaw, you're going to use your vertical space for evasiveness, not so much for offensiveness, unless you're switching to your secondary, as you see here, which is my Chaperone. And this is why I'm liking throwing knives, because throwing knives in conjunction with the Chaperone actually work out pretty well. With the slugs that you fire, I found that I can go one hit to the body at a fair distance, where I'm still going to be throwing a throwing knife instead of trying to do a melee lunge. And I found that combination was actually really effective. So I'm really enjoying using the Chaperone right now. It's a fun gun. It's got a lot of character. Now here you see putting primary shots in this guy, just strafing as I do it, and that's going to help me win that gunfight, come out on top, because him missing one bullet is sometimes all it takes. And so that kind of reaches back into my backpack from skills that I learned way back in the day when I was playing Halo 2 and Halo 3, because pulse rifles and strafing is very reminiscent of the battle rifle battles that you would have. Now here you see the strengths of the incendiary grenade. You see it actually tagged all 3 of these opponents on trials this weekend. One of them, it did 158 damage on detonation, the other guy did 100 damage too, and the third one, it just barely stacked that dot on. So 2 of them are absolute, have to back off, and then I pushed the one guy that took the least amount of damage. I saw him go to the right and the other 2 go to the left, so I knew I had one isolated who had a burn, push him first and then clean up the other 2. Worked out pretty well. So I like these incendiary grenades because of their capacity to do a lot of damage, and to sort of incite fear and panic when you stack that burn on people. So I used to use the trip mines almost exclusively, but I am really enjoying using these incendiaries right now. I had never used them too seriously, but the mechanics are the exact same as the suppression grenades and the flashbangs, which I have used a lot. So it's not necessarily a steep learning curve to use these things. So I've sprinkled in a little bit of trials footage so you can see the effectiveness of this build across multiple different types of games in the Crucible. So you've seen some Rift, 6v6, you've seen Trials now as well. So I will probably use this build today in my trial stream. Linking up today with Destiny Fun Police. Gonna do some viewer runs as I typically do on Monday afternoons as we do raffles. So feel free to show up for that. I have had a lot of requests lately and even demands to show full cards. Just so you guys know, I'm probably not going to upload an entire card to YouTube because A, that's a really long video. It would take a lot of time to upload. B, those videos already exist. So it would just be me taking it from one place and putting it in a different place, which seems kind of silly to me. If you're interested in seeing a full card, feel free to go to my Twitch page because all of my full cards are live streamed. And if you can't tune into the live stream, all of those streams are archived and saved on my Twitch page. You just click on my profile, it'll say recent broadcasts, and there will be a number of full cards for you to choose from if you want to watch the entire card, losses, mistakes, and all. The YouTube channel I tend to save for highlights, tutorials, breakdowns, things that are helpful to other players. So that's what I do there. So hopefully you enjoyed the build, guys, and the gameplay. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the Crucible.